Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Wabavan, Wabota, Abebe Negechai, Wudoni. We have a very quick, fast one to share today with everyone. Please try and share it, invite friends, invite family, share it. Because it's our time we talk about language, the power of language, and how language can be used as a weapon for good and for bad. So please let me share it. Let me share it also. Hi, nice to see you. Please, if you can hear me, give a thumbs up because I'm outside, so I don't know if the sound is clear. Meanwhile, let me try to share it in the meantime. Erese na ya agwa kan avonai runda ewoma na se mi no keke na mufu ayeye. Share it, invite people. It will be a very fast one. It will be a very quick, fast one. Okay. I'm also trying to share it over here. So invite friends and family, invite everybody. Okay. Good evening, blessing. Hello from Benin. Hi, hello from Deutschland. Edwajie, Viviyajie, Wodoni. Okay, I think that's sharing is enough for now. So when we talk about language, what is language? Hi, nice to see you, Mosefe. Oh yeah. What is language? These things are very beautiful and very important to start teaching now, especially to our kids, especially to people we take as our own. If you're women, it's very important we start sharing all this knowledge. Because why? Understanding the meaning, the real meaning of language will give you already idea of why it is important for you to speak your language. From Japan, watching live. Nice to see you. I love Japanese. I want to learn it someday. Maybe you can learn it and then come and teach us later. Yeah, nice to see you. You're welcome to join us. Even with the different time zone, you were still able to join, so that's nice. Good evening, everyone. So what I'm saying is, understanding the real meaning of language will help us now as a people have the clear understanding of why it is very important for us to talk our language. Okay, like I said, it will be a very quick one because it's about to rain anyway. To be a very quick one. So what is language? After God or universe, however you understand it to be, after she have created everything, created all tribes, created all humans into different tribes and cultures, it now give humans a special gift which we now call today communication. But we cannot just run fast and jump into communication. We have to know that the human family has been in a long journey before now. So the human family does not just start speaking and start communicating. There have been a journey before we get to where we are now. But there is really no time now to take everybody historically through the process of language. So because of that, I'm going to be doing it very fast and just hit the main point so I can wish everybody a nice weekend. So what is language? Language is this sacred way of communication between two creatures. I'll say it again. Language is this sacred way of communication between two creatures. Why do I use that word? Oh, that's nice. Why do I use that word, two creatures? The same way humans can communicate, that's the same way birds can communicate. That's the same way fishes can communicate. That's the same way lions can do family meeting and have their own way of communication. So every creature, every species, every organism, including your cells, have our own different form of communication. Yes, we have different type of language. We have body language, symbol, and different list of language. I'm not a linguist, so I will not really be going deep into that aspect. So the area I want to show you now is, if language is the sacred way of communication between two creatures, it means you being able to transform your thoughts into vibration and sound. Just like you hear my lips now moving, sound is coming out, vibration is following the wave, your ear is hearing this now, and automatically your brain is processing it, and you are having a clear image of what I am talking about now. That is the power of language. It helps us absorb and extract knowledge and translate it into our own understanding. So that's why when you are in a place where nobody understands what you speak, things is difficult for you, because why? You are just like alone there. So, but when you are somewhere where everybody can easily understand what you speak or what you talk about, things are very more simple for you, because why? It's not difficult for you to express yourself, and it's not so difficult for people around you to understand you. So, we as a people have to have that deep understanding that regardless what has happened to us due to our journey and where we are now, the only thing that we really have, which we have to really hold on to, is this our language. Because why is it very important? Language, haha, I start showering now. Let me get my suit on. Okay, good. So let me keep it really quick and clear and simple. Language is this soul expression. That's why all tribes and culture have their language. So it means what you are doing is deeper than just communication. What you are doing is a deep soul expression that is glooming the others. That's why you can have a perfect dialogue when you are speaking your dialects. Why is it so? It's because when that vibration, sound, and frequency start traveling now, when it enters into your ear, it does not just go in and come out. No, it completely digests within your own self. That's why the more you learn language, the more your soul expands. A lot of famous writers always say, if you learn new language, it means you have a new soul. What they are trying to say is that learning another language is what shape how you think, is what shape how you view things, and it's what shape how you behave. So automatically, you can see language as also a garment of the soul that you can wear to express your personality. So language is deeper than just words. Language is deeper than just some code. Language is deeper than just some signs. Language is a divine expression. That's why when you see where your language is coming out from this your vocal cavity, if you have go and do research, you will know what I'm talking to you about now. If you have a picture of that place, it's like a very strange geometry that whenever you speak, it opens, and when it opens, it's like staring into a deep black hole that never have an end. So that is the depth. That is like looking down deep into your own soul. So whatever is coming out from that place is like a spell. It's powerful. That's why you have to be careful of things you say. It's powerful because it carries all your vibration, it carries all your energy along with it. That's why in ancient time, men give you their words. And their words is their words, and they are ready to die for it. Why? Because men were so connected to that God within them. And because they are so connected to that God within them, they know when they speak, they are not just talking. It is something big, something huge, something extraordinary, something so powerful that is inside of them right now that is talking. And because they know that, whenever they want to speak, first they think and reflect. So you don't speak and later you say, oh, sorry, I don't. Whenever you are speaking your language, as an Edo man, if you are using Edo to express yourself, know that you are not just only talking, you are also activating some stock energies that you are born together with. You will activate any ya or where they strong. All happy where they fit, all happy where they organize. So a woman as there is just deeper than communication. A woman as there, or connecting apart from the connection on Riedima with Enikao, or connecting with Osanogo Duanu Dazi, this great energy that creates this universe and everything, regardless the different names people call this energy. So speaking your language is your first weapon to mental slavery. So you cannot be free from mental slavery if you are still in denial of your language. You cannot be free from mental slavery if you don't accept your own truth. You cannot be free from mental slavery if you still don't say, Evona ramenze, evona jimenze, evona miaviaze, evona yawe mawive. Yes, we know that the present state right now have kind of reshaping things. And the reason these things reshaping things was because these people, okay, let me use Benin Kingdom for example. Benin Kingdom was was a colonial empire, which means we conquered our lands, we took over many places, and many are subjected to paying homage to our Oba where we do Igwe. But we never impose our language, we never impose our tradition, we never impose our religion on anyone. Why is it so? It's not because we don't have those knowledge. Because some people are always like, the Nikidon was so great, the territory is so wide, why is it that we never expand our language? No. What our ancestors did was this. Our ancestors understand that our language is like encrypted code. It's like a code that is encrypted. And this code needs to be saved within the bloodline. One, this is their own perspective I'm showing you now. One. And second, they also know that as a human being that these people are, regardless if we are stronger than them in medicine, regardless if we are stronger than them in science, regardless if we are stronger than them in warfare and things like that, we still have to respect, call that human rights. We still have to respect their human right of existence of their language, culture, and tradition. So this was a very vast, deep understanding of our ancestors. That's why when they conquer land all the way from Benin to present-day Cotonou and Togo, they never planned or think to teach these people our native language, because that was our thing, that was sacred for us. They understand this. But what later happened, when the Europeans started their own first mission, Europeans understand one secret. They know for you to able to break people forever to worship you, even without you standing and holding a rod, you have to restructure how they think. And the only way you can restructure a way a man thinks is by teaching that person your language. Why? Because the language you speak shape how you think, shape how you view the world, and even shape your own personal character and personality. So this knowledge that European had was what they took as their first tools. That's why if you see the title, I call it The Power of Language, and how it can be used as a weapon for good and for bad. So Europeans saw it as their first weapon to use in their colonial system that they were about to start. Language was their first weapon. Why? They know if they can speak their language to you, then they can sell their God to you. Then they can sell their own myths to you. Then they can make you start behaving like them. Then they can make you start following them, which in 200 years will make everything about you to automatically disappear. This is why I call it psychology. This warfare, Africans are the one losing. Africans are the one losing up to now. But everything is going to be changed now, because we have so many people now who have really penetrated their studies and have taken these informations out now to teach our people who don't have ideas of these things. But what I'm sharing here with you today is, it is your duty now to be smart. I'm not saying throw away your English, throw away your German, throw away your French, throw away your Spanish or Italian. I'm not saying that. All I'm trying to communicate here with you is, use these languages they are teach you now as also a tool. Extract the beauty in it. Keep yourself grounded with your native Edo language, and then use those tools you have now to boost and grow. Simple. So you don't have to throw away English. You don't have to, me, I'm not that type that will say, what is that do, what is that do, what is that do. Yes, but you have to know, so the same way you tamawe Zedo, the same way you tamawe we French. Because what's here, this is the reality now. But our Edo language, we still need that our language, because that's what keeps us connected, that's what keeps us grounded, that's what keeps us in shape. Because when that shape is structured, it means our knowledge base, it means our character, it means our personality, it means the way we think is already structured. For example, there are so many dirty words you can find in English which you cannot find in Edo language. Why is this so? Does it mean all our ancestors were all saints and so holy? No. It simply means our language have a more noble structure. So because you have a more noble structure, there are words that can't just come out. Why? You are a noble soul. Your body is sacred. So because your body is sacred, your tongue, everything connects with you now is like a temple. So whatever come out now from you is very important. So that's why many words are not existing when it comes to Edo language. You have to leave the box of Edo language before you can have those type of words. So that's why it's very wise for us to try our best. I know it's not easy. I know a lot of damage has been done to us, but it's very wise for us to try our best to always speak our language with our children. Leli wezedo, lela dafon wezedo, we have a Edo language class where we always teach people and all these things. But what is the most beautiful thing from that our class is that you have people. They don't want to be a professor in a Edo language. They just want to learn how to say Layero, Lavieze, Lamogun, Obowye, Obavan, Koyo, Urievaenea. Because what you have to understand is that Edo language is idiomatic language, which means you can use a word to express something you cannot easily find anywhere. What do I mean by that? Let's say you are walking and somebody look at you and say, Koyo. You see? Koyo. Just that pronunciation, koyo, it expresses a very deep communication of first acknowledgement of what you are doing. Second, a very deep supportive energy has been sent to you. Third, that you are being loved and appreciated just by saying koyo. The same koyo, you can still say call. You see, the same. So language, our Benin language now becomes so extraordinary, beautiful, because why? You can manipulate the meaning just by your own emotion you carry. And these are things that are not common in present day language. For example, English, for example, that one, English even limits your own expression. So it's good to really understand the power of language, which is keeping you connected. And it's good to understand that language has been used now as a weapon. That has been used as a weapon now to manipulate the mind of humans, especially Africans, to manipulate the mind of Africans and to shape how they think and behave. So go to Africa now. When you see a British colony, they are more likely to behave like the British with a bow tie, with big grammars. They will tell you they are very educated, because why? They forgot that education, education they teach them now is just language. So check all our so-called educated people. Big language, big grammar is what they can use to show I'm very educated. So travel to places like Congo or Sierra Leone, all those places where the French colonized. You will see the mentality and the behavior of the people is more French-like. So travel to Angola, you will see the people, the mentality, the personality is more like Spanish. So every country you travel to in Africa, they are kind of shaped religiously, emotionally, personality. Everything is kind of shaped exactly the way their slave masters structure their own self. So that is another example for you to see how language has been used as a weapon. If Europe have just come to Africa, did what they did, and left and leaving the seed, what I call seed in this case, their language, without leaving all those seeds, by now many of us will forget already that Europeans even came. But now it keeps on going, because why? Even our educational sector, curriculum from primary to, I don't care if you go to PhD or whatever level your education is, everything is structured based from the slave concepts. So it's your slave masters that hand over all this curriculum to you, and the curriculum is just only sometimes getting updated. Why? How? Still from the same cycle, because your Ministry of Education have where he gets updates from, and he have to send all the curriculum to all the directors of all the schools. So when it comes to educational system in Africa, it's so pressed, it's so limited. And why is it so? It's because many of our people spend half of their years studying language, but they think this is knowledge. But after they will not. I've not really learned anything. I've not really know anything. All I just know is how to speak all these big grammars. All I just know is how to speak all this big French language. That which is not enough. It's not enough because why? You denying your language is a kind of placing an ancestral curse on your own self. I know the generation we have now today, many cannot speak the language because of the failure from their fathers and mothers. This is fact. We don't run from facts. Many fathers and mothers fail to teach this generation we are today now. No problem. If you also look at these fathers and mothers that failed, many of their own fathers and mothers also failed to teach them. Only few was really having the knowledge. Because why? I could not imagine growing up, look at my father in the morning. First, we are so I could not imagine I would look at him and say, good morning or good evening. No. It can, my tongue will freeze. It cannot come out. Because why? I never saw anybody greet like that in our household. I never grew up seeing somebody saying good morning, good afternoon, good evening. So I just have to follow what I know, which is the real traditional greeting that we greet. So what am I trying to say here? Even if language has been used as a weapon to trap our subconscious mind, to trap our potentials, to trap our powers, we now can reverse it. How do we reverse it? Now that you know that language has been a weapon to suppress your spirit down, now you just have to tap back into your language and start using your language to express yourself. Call yourself your language name. Pray with your language, especially prayer. When you pray in a foreign language, don't question why your prayers don't get answered. Pray with your language. Because you know why? Any God that does not look like you is not your God, was sold to you. So your God must hear your language. Your God must understand what you are saying. Your God must speak your language, and your God must look like you. So anything God and does look like you, forget about that God. It's not for you. So what I'm trying to share with you here is connect more with your language and profit from that same weapon that the language is to educate yourself and activate your DNA. Language is not something you just ignore. Language is not something you can just say, okay, I'm aware. Okay, I move on. Move on. No. That is a sign of failure. That is a sign of defeat. That is a sign of surrender in a very cowardly manner. No, as long as you have breath, you still have choice. You still have hope. You still have chance. Now we are not saying take your sword, go and fight. Now we are not saying pick your guns, go and fight. All we are just saying is start learning your language. If you don't know it, don't be shy about it. Contact us. We can teach you. We have a platform where we teach these things already. So really teaching your children your language. Give them your Benin native name. Call them by the native name. Let them ask you what is eyes called in your language. Let them ask you what is mouth, what is leg. Let them question you. The more they question you, the more you can give them the answers that you can. The more you can give them the answer that you can. And the answers that you cannot give them, don't be shy. When it comes to kids, you don't have to be shy. You can tell them, hey, listen, I don't know the answer, but you know what? We are going to do research. We're going to call grandma, we are going to call grandpa, we are going to call everybody. In that process, both of you now will become a learning partner and also learn together. But just because your child asks you, what is television called in your language? And you don't know it because of that, you get nervous. Please don't disturb me. No. You are rebuking that child, and what you are doing to that child, you are pushing him or her out there. So the answers you cannot give to her now, she will not go and ask strangers. And you know what strangers will do? Strangers will not teach that child what they know. And if that stranger is not from your place, if that stranger is not your brother, or it's not from your home, or it's not from your tribe, then your own daughter or your own son is losing you now. Because it will become addicted to where knowledge. Children love knowledge. So those that give them attention is who they love most. So to be a father, to be a mother is enough to have the love of your children. You have to give them love. Constant love, continuous love. If you don't do that, If your son found love from his uncle more than the one he found from you, guess what? That uncle will be his favorite. It's not it's not that he love you, but he loved that uncle more. He will wish to spend more time with the uncle than you. Why? Because the nature of children is to be nurtured. So when nothing is coming from you and they have another source they can tap into, that place becomes their home. That place becomes their new family. That place becomes their new cycle. So as a father, as a mother, or as an auntie, as an uncle, as a nephew, as a cousin, try to learn the best you can from your native language. Try to communicate with your native language. Try to speak with your God in your native language. Try to talk with your children with your native language. Look for those children's songs in your native language. Look for those things you were doing while you were small, while you were very little. Focus different things. Look for it and be doing it with your children. The more you build that your intimacy with your children in your local language, the more you get so connected with their soul. This message is more for those here in diaspora. Because why? We in diaspora, we have more work to do. What is the work to do? Let me use myself as an example. I have two marvelous, incredible kids here in Deutschland. If I fail to give them the orientation of themselves, you know what Germans will do? Germans will educate them on my behalf. And guess what? They are very good at education. They will educate them, and they will not have the sense of their own identity from the perspective of the Germans. Then they can even look at where you come from and say, Africa, Benin, those places are dirty places, I can't go there. Because why? The basic of their education has been structured in a foreign man's language, be structured in a foreign man's concept. So if you live in diaspora and you have children in diaspora, you have work to do. Don't just go around and sleep with women and make babies because you think you get child support or whatever. No, you have strong work to do. Because why? Now that you have made those babies successfully, now it's your duty. It's your duty now to educate them. It's your duty now to feed them. I don't say you should know everything in life, but feed them those basic knowledge that nobody can ever take away from them. For example, wakere, batiewe, ahera. You see, all those basic knowledge. Give them your traditional name so that anywhere they go tomorrow, even though they become the president of European Union, even if they become the president of World Bank, even if they become the president of WHO, anywhere they go on X, when somebody asks them, what is your name? And she say, Amadasun, or Moimade, just her name alone will give her a strong identity already. But if you fail to give them your native name, you fail to teach, and you leave it to the Germans to do, you leave that to the Italians to do, you leave it for the French to do, for the Swiss to do, for the Norwegians, regardless anywhere you are in this Western world. If you leave your children for them to help you take care of them and teach them, they will do it so well. They will do perfectly well. But they are only doing it to their advantage. Because why? They need more manpower to boost their economy. They need more people that will pay future taxes. These are all that interests them. So they see your child now as a machine that they have to give orientation and structure. So tomorrow it can also become one of the workforce that keep the society moving. That's just what they are interested about. So you are the one losing. You who think you just make babies and you sleep in your house so relaxed, you throw away your family in one house in Aduro in Sweden or in Germany, and you think you are a big boy, you have no responsibility. Germans are taking care of your children for you. Italians are paying your bills. The Spanish are paying all your bills. So all you do is just relax, drink, make more babies. You know what you become? Automatically, nothing is different from you and a cow in a poultry that is breeding. That's just what you are. So they give you food, which is in your refrigerator. They give you television, sit down and watch like as a zombie that you are, and then make babies for us. So as you make those babies, they always come to take care of the babies. They don't care. They know the money they are spending for you and the babies. They know these are all investments. They know this child will grow with their own knowledge and start viewing things from their own paradigm. Even you, the father, the child will grow and spit on your face and say, what do you do when your mate was doing something? I saw you were sitting all day on the couch shouting on mommy. This is all you have done. And I was the witness. Then you will just be there. Maybe then your enemy is already 60, 58. You are just there, so broken, you don't know what to do anymore. Many of our brothers, especially here in Deutschland, are going through this process now. They came with the orientation like, if I make baby with a German children, they will give me documents. And you know what? They start sleeping with all their German because they believe they are strong. Poo. Before you know, they make 5, 6 children for 4 different women. And they are not with any of these women at home. And guess what? The children's name was even given to them by the boyfriend of their mother, not even him who impregnates the woman. This is reality I'm sharing with you now. So this type of men, they don't even know the kindergarten their children go to. They don't even know the size of their baby. They don't even know the size of the pampers of their child. They don't even know how the woman can bring her friends in weekend, make party, make dirty things sexually or in presence of this is innocent child. They don't care about this. All they just care about is, I have German passport, I have British passport, I have American passports. They think they are the winner. They think they are the smartest. And their little thinking is now, I have 4 flats already. I need to buy land in Amagba. I need to do this. I need to do this. They start now living like a pig where they are and start trying to create an imaginary empire in a kingdom where they don't even own. So automatically, yes, some succeed in doing it, really build something very big and huge home, but they always lose one part because you can't take the 2 steps at a time. You have to choose. It's 2 different pills. So many of them end. So what we are dealing with here now is we have so many African brothers in Europe. We have so many African sisters in Europe. All they are doing is breeding for the Europeans. They have become like a cow. They just breed. They are calculating the welfare money. Oh, we need dollar to pick him to balance. As if it's a stock market. They just keep breeding and breeding. And when you try to educate them, they think they are the smartest because why? Their brain is so little that is inside a little box. And in that box they believe they are the God. So when you want to give them any advice or any knowledge, they feel threatened. Their space feel threatened. So they push you away. So you have now a man who give birth to a lot of, you have now a Edo man. Let me be using Edo in this case. You have now an Edo man who give birth to a lot of children in Europe and none of them even have a Edo name. None of them even know who is the Oba of Benin. None of them even know how many local governments we have in Edo. None of them even know how to say Kada or Regwe. None of them even know how to say morning greetings. None of them even know the name of their own ancestors. Because why? All these people, automatically now, they are the ones wasting our bloodline. Because why? Those children you have just gave birth to now, automatically, the Germans, the French, the Spanish, the Italians, they are very smart. They are very wise. They are very educated. Their education is so vast, more than what many people can even think about. I know this very well. So what they do now is they make you feel comfortable so that you can completely leave the picture. And then they tell the woman, listen, you are obligated to bring your child for Vaseline. If you don't bring your child for vaccination, she cannot start kindergarten. The man don't know anything. He don't even know his rights. When I tell people here in Germany, my children don't take vaccination, they are like, but how do you do it? Yes, you just have to know yourself. When you know yourself, they cannot obligate you. Yeah, I know some European countries like France and some other countries, it's like mandatory. You must do it or you go even to jail. But here in Germany, thank God, things are still balanced. You can choose. So imagine a man who don't know anything. He don't even know what is vaccination. In fact, he don't even care. When you don't know is something, you can do research, you can ask questions. But when you don't care, it's worst. So he don't even care. All he can just say is, honey, mama, your doctor. The woman will just also carry the baby girl to where doctor is, drop the baby. She don't even ask doctor, please, what is this? What is this? They don't ask questions. Doctor will even ask, should I give or should I not give? He will ask the doctor, what do you think? Just do it because why? She or he thinks and believe already that this one a white man. They know waiting good. They know the best. Really? You really think so? I always laugh when I hear these things. You really think so? So what I'm trying to say here, because I don't want to divert too much to a different angle, here is when you fail to take your responsibility as a man or woman to lecture your offspring, foreigner will do it for you. And guess what? They will do it so well, and at the end, you will pay the price for it. How will you pay the price? Do you know how it feels for you not to be able to communicate with your own child? Go to Italy, France, even here in Germany, Spain, a lot of countries, even Norway, Sweden is even the worst. You will see a father, a mother, they will be looking at their own child. The baby will be speaking language they don't understand. Some governments even have to now write a special letter, especially in Italy, always common. Some government have to write a special letter to the father and say, please, you must start language school. Because why? So the government is even absorbed. It's even not normal that you as a father, your child is going to school. How was your school? How is your teacher? How do they treat you? What did you learn today? Show me your homework. For them who own the country, it's not even normal. And then you will see our own brother who should be ashamed of themselves. The same idiot will be sitting down calculating where his mansion have reached or how much he have saved in his bank. Of what use is those big numbers in your bank? Of what use is that your big estate if your own child don't have a soul connection with you? Who are you building these things for? Who are you storing this money for? So a lot of our people in diaspora need lecture, need education. I know those at home also have the problem, but do you know what makes those at home different from those of us in diaspora? Let me show you the difference. Even if your father failed to teach you Benin language in Edo land, at least when your daughter is walking in the street, you will hear a neighbor shout, Osazuwa o, we're walking Laremana. You see? Our consciousness keep on absorbing those information. So somehow she's like kind of that fish who is blind and starving, but she know that she's inside the water and she can just open her mouth and something jump into her mouth even while she don't see inside that water. That's exactly what makes those in Africa different from those in diaspora. Those in diaspora have bigger problem because why? You did not leave Africa to come and waste our blood in Europe. You come here to search for good fortune, to search for good life, depends on the reason why you come. But I know very well none of you come to come and start breeding for German government. 2013 and 2014, Germans announced that when you come to Germany and make baby, we'll give you document. All Africans, this one now is not just Edo people, so let me it so that it doesn't look like a Edo people. All Africans in Italy, Spain, yeah, I know all those countries get very big problem that time. All of them just look for who will get them pregnant, and they just ship to Germany, and they don't understand that the Germans that make this offer and say, come and make babies for us, we will give you documents, we will take care of you. They don't know that these same Germans are very good in mathematics. In fact, I call them one of the gods of mathematics in the present day, of course, because we know people mathematics. So now we are talking about now. So these are like masters of mathematics. They do the checking and balance already. They know that if 500,000 people come and 200,000 are women, if 200,000 women breed, they can have at least 700,000 babies in just 10 years. They know this, so they do the math. They know what to gain from it. They budgeted money for this. But you who just come now with your big stomach, you just think you are smart. You make one baby, your next step is to make another baby. Imagine somebody you deliver under 3 months, you take in again, because why? You think you have to make 3 babies in rush. Fine, it's okay. You can breed for as many times you want to breed. For me, I don't have problem with breeding. But what I have problem is, why bringing a child to this world when you know you are not equipped enough to nurture this child? So now you give birth in Germany. Now your baby is growing. Now you name your baby Vukari was given to this baby by a nurse because you don't have name. Now the father of this baby is somewhere in one hole in Italy or Greece, always calling you via Skype. Good. Let's say it's okay. You don't have document to call, no problem. So now this child is just growing like a seed that fell on the ground. You don't nurture the child. You don't protect the child. Some of you socials even have to send special inspectors to come and check where you sleep, to tell you to keep it clean. How can you, a mother with a little baby, don't know how to clean your house? Have to also, a lot of people always talk about they deport our women from Germany. If you go to the Heim where they are putting our women, if you see smell, very thick, dark smell, you can't even explain, but you will just know, say, now a bunch of women, they smell, yes, so. So those things are what contribute to all those, they will not say, you are not so relevant, you are not so relevant. It's very difficult for you to find our people here who are making babies and sitting down and teaching the child. So you come to another man's land, you make a baby, and you are not teaching the child anything. Then you are betraying our ancestors. Because why? That child will not get all our information from the society she's living, which according to the laws of nature. That is normal. But what is not normal there now is, in this game, you are, because own information, the child will be equipped with our own fresh knowledge, and at the end, you are there, you can't even communicate with your child. So at the end, that child now, tomorrow, you wonder why she called police for you. You wonder why she don't respect you. You wonder why she's behaving like a junkie. You wonder why she do whatever she like and she don't care about you. Yes, these are your own punishments. The punishment of your failure, the punishment of not being able to learn and teach. Like I said, I don't blame you if you don't know. We all must not know. But it's your responsibility now to learn. If you don't know and you decide not to know, then it's your responsibility and you have to carry everything that comes out from that failure in your head. So what I'm is language is deeper than just communication. Language is deeper than just no. Before words start coming out as vibration and frequency, humans have a very different way of communicating before. Like I said, I don't want it to go there, but I think now I have to also touch there because it's very important. Before humans start speaking, there is a very high level of consciousness that always operates within the human family, which means all I have to do is to think about what I want to relate with you, and then you can view my thoughts. So it was a very sacred and spiritual way of communicating. Many people still do it today, but they call those people Azen, Ogba, and J, different names. But what I'm trying to share here with you is this. From the moment humans start communicating now in this vocal, in this verb, in this frequency, this vibrational way, communication has been very limited. When I say communication, I mean the real meaning of communication has diminished, has come down a lot. Why has it come down? Humans have lost contact with that spiritual, authentic manner of communicate. Not all, but 98% at least have lost this. So what humans now have now is now like a surface-based communication. And this is why our own language becomes so interesting. Because why? Africa language, in this case, let me talk about Bini language, is idiomatic. It gives you a deep way of soul expression. And before you can lie with it, it means you have to be a master of lie and know how to manipulate your own emotion. Because why? The language is perfectly designed to help you bring out everything you are communicating. That's why when you are hungry, when you talk, people know you are angry. When you are happy, when you talk without expressing, or today I'm hungry, without expressing it like that, just by talking, people know already. So what happened to us was during the colonial system, all these people who came to colonize us, don't forget, they don't just come and start colonizing. They studied us. For like 250 years, they were coming to study. These are part of history that don't really explain so well. They study and master us. When I say master, they could not master our science we carry within ourselves because that place is always a mystery to them. But at least they master our metaphysical way, our mental structure, the way we think, and how our emotions connect with the things around us. So these things they master, this was where they come to conclusion. This person, these people, the easiest way we can break them is we have to take away their language, introduce them to our language, then introduce through our language now, because without their language, nobody will know about their God. So their language was the first thing they brought. So through their language, they cannot shape, organize the way these people think and view things. That's why till today, even in Nigeria, in this Africa slave country that was being colonized, till today, when people see you trying to say something, maybe the English word is not, maybe I want to say colonize, I say colonize. Look at this man, he's not educated, he said colonize instead of colonize. You see, automatically, they now structure education based on your perfection of language. A German boy will tell you he don't know how to speak English. But this same German boy will build a brand new Mercedes engine in less than 1 hour. So you want to tell him he's not educated? He will ask you, what do you think is education? Because to him, German is first. Everything else comes later. You know how powerful that is? It means acceptance. It means you know yourself. It means you know who you are, and you are grateful and happy for this thing that you are. So this is time we have to teach more our people how important language is, and we have to teach them how language has been used as a big weapon to really kind of structure not just the way Africans think, but the behavior, the attitude, everything. Structuring these things is very, very important, because this is what keeps us connected again. This is what reactivates our DNA. This is what helps us to shift being disconnected from. Because this path that has been shown to us now is nothing but self-destruction. And for we to fix ourselves, for we to be okay and be back to what we have to start by embracing. We have to start by embracing what we believe that is governing us. We have to start communicating with our God, our Creator, the universe, however you understand it to be. For me, I don't really have a problem with people indoctrinated anymore. For me, it's good. You can keep your religion, but we have to let you know religion is one box. So keep that box outside. Let's talk about something bigger. We really knowing these things is very important. So please, from today, always share to your friends, share to your family, let them know importance of talking one's language. Let them know importance of giving your tribal name to your kids. Let them know importance of sitting with your children and discussing and talking everything. If you cannot learn the language from the host country you are, teach them your own native language. Don't worry, they will learn it according to the brains of the babies. From 0 to 6 years, children can learn up to 10 languages. All you have to do is be speaking it. Don't worry, they are learning. If you can speak with them from 0 to 6 years, you can download a lot of information in that brain. And that will not structure how the child will grow forever. But if you have the failure type father who is running from pampers full PP, if you are that type father, and because of that you sleep in the ass of your side chick because you don't want to be disturbed, some stupid man will even leave the woman because he don't like responsibility. So when the child is now 6-7 years, he will not come back. Because why? You know, because of the love of the child, the woman will just still accept her, poor woman. So if you are that type of man, just know that you will pay the price. You'll chop your eye. Yes, man, you score about word where you're here. You'll chop your eye. You'll chop your eye because why? Outsider will not be the one that will not structure the way the mind of your own child function. And that's what is structured that mind to be, is how that child now grow. So if you are lucky that outsider is something toxic, then your child become toxic to you and to everybody around her. But if you are lucky the child, the outsider is also like a very straight and upright person, there's like bonus. But you cannot really hope your life on 50-50 bonuses. So learn to always share your language. Pray with your language. Call on your God, on your native language. Not be Jesus, Allah, all those ones now, another my language. Use the native name. Now you are worshiping your God, no problem, keep your God. But use your native name to address that your God. If your God don't have a native name, then that is not for you. Go and look for your own God. So what I'm trying to say is, your language structure how you think, and the more you let that language download, the more that nobility of your soul, the more that royalty of your soul, the more that great lineage you are coming from, the more all those things keep activating your DNA, because your language is the fingerprints. If you want to check it with The bones is the fingerprint of the soul. But when it comes to language, you can also see it as the handwriting of the soul. That's why everywhere you go in the world, when you speak your language, you're French, you're Germans, you're Italian, you're Benin, you're Yoruba, you're Fulani, you're Igbo. That language you speak first identify you. And that's where your pride is. I've been to places where people tell me, yeah, but I don't understand your name, it's so difficult. I'm like, sorry, I cannot help you. My name is so difficult to pronounce. Then you have to even be clapping for me because I can pronounce your name. I can even sing with your own language. So you need to praise me. So don't look down on yourself because of that one. You have to give a cute name to yourself. You have to give a cute name to yourself. And you have to, people ask you your name, you shy away from your native name and you give them, my name is Kelvin. And then even your own father did not even call you Kelvin. So because you think now you're a big boy, you're a big girl, you start ignoring your name. And you know what people see about you when you do that? They see you as ignorance. They see you as a person suffering from lack of self-love. And they see you as someone who is just lost on this world. Yes, they will still give you a smile and make you feel good. But psychologically, they conclude already and position you already to where you belong. That's why you will notice why people don't like to keep you as friends. Because you are not real. You are not real. You have to come with your own authentic self. Your name is Osagbovo Agbokan. Osagbovo Agbokan. Wow, nice. You can now even abbreviate it to SAS if you want. That one is also not a choice. But just because Osagbovo Agbokan, you now say, Osagbovo Agbokan. Because of that, you will not just call yourself Dixon. What's your name? My name is Dixon. Dixon. Oh, nice to meet you, Dixon. That's like, hello, slave boy. Because we know this is your slave name. Hi, slave boy. So that's just really what I want to share today. Like I said, it's a very quick fast food. And I just want to share it so quick. So please always share with people. Lecture your children their language. Teach your friends the power. Let them know how language has become weapon of today. These weapons is what they have used now to structure our African people. That's why you see African people look like mad people today. This is not how we were just ordinary 500 years ago. So result of what you are seeing now, the chaos you see now in Africa, is a result of the self-denial. And one of the self-denial starts from this language. Imagine boy where they pack how far, which one, how far. It's completely disconnected and empty. So that kind of a boy, before he break your head with bottle or shoot you because you did something wrong, he don't think anymore. Because why? He himself is disconnected from his own soul. And a soulless man is worse than a beast. This is what is going on in Africa. So I send you all peace and love. I send you all beautiful hugs. And I pray for everyone that we keep on having the zeal, strength. We keep on having the zeal and the strength to keep on teaching our beautiful language. Thank you. To keep on teaching our beautiful language and keep on teaching especially our children. I'm more interested in the kids because they are the only hope we have now. So especially the children, please stop breeding if you know you don't know anything. It's not a must. Everybody must not make babies. Don't think you have to have children. No, you don't have to. First, know how to take care of yourself. Be the master of yourself. Then you can bring a child to the world. Because if not, you are wasting these children. So bring children to the world when you know you have something to lecture them. Especially you in diaspora. Because me, I know people I work with here. I know what I do here. It hurts me. Our people here take care of their own children. You can say, oh yeah, first she never even reached to born. She too even small. She never even take care of her own self. Now she get 2 babies. So I just feel sorry for you now. So I feel like give me the babies so you can go and learn how to take care of yourself. But later they'll cry, say, hey, God make a let picking from them. But you know if you take care of you now. So I don't want it to be personal. So please share with your friends, family, and let them know the beauty of really learning how to speak our language. So I send you all peace and I send you all love. We will see you again very soon.